Hello fellow Silversaints, I hope you are doing well. Welcome back to a new video. I can't believe we're back in Day's Death, guys. It's so dark outside. I've waited, I thought the sun will appear, it'll just happen. It's so grey and so overcast. It's so sad. Anyway, but that's my ramble about the weather over and done with. Hi, hello, how you all doing? I hope you are having a good week so far. I thought I would just hop on and do a little video today, just a little update video and a little April TBR. Now I know we're already a few days into April at this point, but I thought I would tell you about a few of the books that I'm planning on reading in April and that I'm also currently reading in April. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Ernie is fast asleep on the floor and he's looking at me like, Mum, why haven't you given me my breakfast yet? I wish I could. He won't come over to me today because he's so tired. We took him on a jog this morning. He's done for. I do apologise for the light. I'm having to use artificial light because it's so dark, but it is what it is. We move, we carry on, you know. We're Silversaints, we're used to Day's Death, it's fine. Anyway, so I will talk to you first about my current reads. I am still currently reading The Will of the Many by James Islington. I've got my beautiful broken binding edition with me here. Obviously, I've got my biscuit tea, sip. I'm not gonna lie, I had to do the worst thing. Does anybody else reheat their hot beverage in the microwave when they've accidentally left it for too long and it's gone cold? Because that's what I had to do this morning. It was sad. It was a sad moment. But it went cold and I thought, oh, I need that. So I went and reheated it in the microwave. It's fine. I digress. So I am still currently reading The Will of the Many by James Islington. The dust jacket for it is up on my shelf there. I'm terrible. If I leave the dust jacket on when I read, it will get ripped and it will get ruined, and I really didn't want it to, so I've taken the dust jacket off. But I've got this beautiful edition by the broken binding, and I love the yellow sprayed edges. They're so beautiful. And of course, it is signed by the wonderful James Islington himself. This is very exciting. So I am currently reading this, and so that's why I'm putting it on my April TBR. It was mainly on my March, but it's carrying over because she is chunky. She's about 684 pages, I think. She's big. I've only got a little tiny bit left. I've only got about sort of 30 or so pages left, which is very exciting. So should be getting to the end of this very soon. I've been doing this as a buddy read, and I'm not going to tell you what my thoughts are on it yet. I will save that for my wrap up at the end of the month. But yeah, I've got a range of emotions, a range of feelings about this book, and I'm holding my breath. I shouldn't do that, but I'm holding my breath because I'm not saying anything because I've still got that last little bit left. So I'm not going to say anything, but I've got a mixture of emotions about this book at the moment. So I will get back to that at the end of the month when I do my wrap up. But yeah, The Will of the Many by James Islington is on my April TBR because it was on my March TBR, but it's so big I haven't finished it yet. Next on my April TBR is Tom Lake by Anne Patchett. I forgot her name for a moment then. I wanted to say Meryl Streep because Meryl Streep is the woman that narrates the audiobook for this, but it wasn't written by her, it was written by Anne Patchett. I spoke about this in a recent video where I talk about new additions to my bookshelf. So Tom Lake is my real life book club's pick this month. I chose this because it screams spring, and I felt that my book club needed something a bit more springy for spring, especially because I love a book that makes me sad, that gives me all the emotions, that rips my heart out. But I do understand for a lot of people that sometimes you just need something a bit more fluttery. But when I had a look at the back of this and read the blurb, I noticed that actually it's probably not quite as light-hearted as I initially thought, but it looks springy. So we're going with that, and it's set in spring. So you know what, you can't have it all. We're gonna go with this. So this is the story of two sisters who are spending some time with their mum in spring, and they end up sitting down with their mum and asking her about their mum's past. They ask her about her past. They know that her past involves a romance with a Hollywood film star and a person that she shared the stage with at one point. They know that this existed, but they don't know any of the details about it. Their mum has never told them about it. So they sit her down and they ask her to share her story. I think there's going to be some heartbreak. makes me think of Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. It makes me think of that. It reminds me of sort of Taylor Jenkins Reid inspired writing. But you've also got a weird, like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a connection to Empire the Vampire. You've got a weird Empire of the Vampire Interview with the Vampire vibe where the person is being interviewed, is being asked, and they're telling their story from the past. I know that's I'm clutching at straws here to draw a connection, but it's a connection and I'm keeping it. I'm sticking with that. So I'm really excited to get to this. So I need to get to this before the end of the month because we've got our book club in person at the end of the month. So I'm looking forward to getting to this and then writing some questions about it, having a bit of a deep dive and a bit of a discussion about it. But it's such a beautiful cover. I mean, it screams spring, which I love, but I'm hoping this will be really interesting. Next on my April TBR is Artificial Wisdom. Oh, why can't I speak? I have this every video, every time I get in front of the camera. I don't know if it's nerves. It's not nerves, it's me. I just am a nervous wreck all of the time. But it's just me because I can't words. Artificial Wisdom, that's better, by Thomas R. Weaver. This is a book that has been heavily recommended to me. Not recommended to me, to everybody, by Chris and Mads on their channel. They have spoken endlessly about this book and how incredible it is. And I was talking to Leanne from Amongst Chaos Reads on Instagram, and she was saying that she is really liking the sound of this too. And she was saying the other day, it's just staring at me on my shelf. I want to pick it up now. We were planning on doing a buddy read, but she messaged and said, is it okay if I pick it up because it's just staring at me? And I said, no, go for it. It's staring at me as well. And I thought, do you know what? If I get some time in April, it's going to happen. I recently spoke about this in my video where I spoke about new additions to my shelf. This is about a world where there is a huge disaster. So you've got environmental disaster is impacting the world. So you've got an enormous heat wave that has killed, I think it's over 400 million people in this world. And that's the sort of main setting. That's the main sort of thing that's happening. You've then got an election that's going on. So in this world, they're trying to elect a new president, somebody to sort of lead the way and to get them out of this mess, try and support them as much as possible, a new leader. And there is an AI character as a candidate to be in this election to run as president. I think also as a sort of a side, I was going to say side hustle there. It's not the phrase, Ash. As a side story. Oh my God, I think of the words. There's another part to the story which involves a murder. So there's a murder investigation that's also happening in conjunction with all of this. And I think there may be a link that happens at some point, maybe. I'll find out when I read it. But so there's sort of two elements to the story. You've got the environmental side, this catastrophe. You've got an AI running for president. And then you've also got the murder investigation side of it as well. The concept of this just, to me, is so intriguing, so thrilling, because these people are essentially questioning whether AI actually could be their saviour, whether this AI candidate could be what they need to prosper and survive and live to repair the damage after this awful catastrophe that's happened, and whether actually an AI president is what's needed. And I think that, especially in the world that we're currently living in, is such an interesting concept, something that's quite scary as well, especially when you're talking about the environment in this as well. And then, as I say, you've got this sort of murder side story. Why can't I words? I don't know. Going on as well. And I think they might tie together at some point. The whole thing it's so intriguing. I agree with Leanne. It's staring at me. Every time I look at my shelf, I think, that one's screaming at me a bit. So maybe in April I could get to this as well. So hopefully we shall see. Also on my April TBR is a buddy read that I'm so excited to get to, which is with Justine from Stormborn Archive on Bookstagram. And that is the first book in the Of Blood and Bone saga by John Gwynne. I'm so excited. So this is A Time of Dread, book 1 in the trilogy. This is a sequel series to The Faithful and the Fallen. There it is, my preciousness. This is a sequel series set about 100 years after the events of The Faithful and the Fallen. Yeah, The Faithful and the Fallen. Can you tell it's the end of the week? Can you tell it's morning? Can you tell I've only had one coffee? I think it's clear. This is a series that's set after that has taken place. I'm so excited to get back to the Banished Lands. I have missed them, and my friend Abby from Books and Three Cats on Instagram is currently reading Ruin by John Gwynne, and me and Abby have all been in a group chat with her like, how's it going? How are you? Are you coping? Are you okay? The Faithful and the Fallen series had such an emotional impact on me. It's one of my favourite series of all time. John just has this way of just making you just feel like you're with the characters and you know them so well, and the journey and the world, oh, it's just breathtaking. So the idea of getting back to these gorgeous Banished Lands again, I'm so excited. So I'm going to be reading this with Justine. I can't wait. We're starting on Monday. As of filming today, it's Thursday. We're starting on Monday doing a buddy read of this, and I'm so excited. I just can't wait to get back to the Banished Lands. I'm sure John is going to absolutely tear my heart out or disgust me with, awful, vile things that take place, but I also know there's going to be a side of, oh, this is lovely. So I'm really excited to get to this. This is probably one of my most anticipated reads of the year, so I'm so excited. I also am currently reading A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, the Hunger Games prequel, which is the story about Coriolanus Snow. I started reading it in preparation for reading Sunrise on the Reaping, because obviously that came out recently, and I watched the film as well. But despite watching the film, I thought, no, I want to read this book as well. I'd not read it because I'd heard such mixed reviews, but I am currently reading it and really enjoying it. So I'm also currently reading that, so it's part of my April TBR. And finally, on my April TBR, currently is The Last Argument of Kings by Joe Abercrombie, book 3 in the first Law trilogy. Oh, I can't talk about it. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Bodies floating in the docks. there's so many Glockter. So many people have also said that since reading this series, all they can think of is Logan Ninefingers and his quotes, and like, say one thing for Logan Ninefingers. I'm having the best time. I'm not kicking my feet in the romance way, but I'm kicking my feet and squealing in terms of how much I love these. See, I'm flapping. I can't. The First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. Stop whining. Ernie is behind you right now. I wonder if I can quickly turn the camera around and see if you can see him. Oh, no. Ernie. I had to share that with you just because it's what I'm seeing. He looks so sad. He wants his breakfast. I put some banana on it, so he's really excited. But yes, so I should be finishing The Last Argument of Kings hopefully within the next couple of days. I'm having the best time. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to save my opinions and my reactions to my wrap up, but it's really good. So yes, and then I possibly, for my next audiobook, will be either doing a reread of some kind. So I'm thinking either something like Unruly by David Mitchell, or perhaps also I really need to get to Assassin's Quest book 3 in the Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb. I'm putting it off at the moment because because, oh, he's so grisly, because some of the other books I really want to make sure that I focus really well. And sometimes with audiobooks, my focus can drift. So I also am planning to read Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, book 3 in the Farseer trilogy as well. So it'll be really exciting to conclude the Farseer trilogy with Assassin's Quest. I'm nervous, I'm excited. So that might also be on my April TBR as well. But it is quite heavy and I feel like I need something a little bit lighter. So I'm quite tempted to download the Murderbot audiobooks in preparation for the Murderbot series that's coming out very soon. I keep seeing pictures of Alexander Skarsgård as Murderbot, and Abby at Books and Three Cats has said how incredible the listens are. So that also may be sneaking into the April TBR. Maybe. That was a very, very, very rapidly spoken jumble of words. I'm so sorry. I'm not coherent at all. You can tell it's morning. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you enjoyed this ramble that I just did. And please let me know what you are planning on reading in April. And if you've finished any books so far, what they are, and what is your favourite read of April so far? Do you have any highly anticipated books that you are reading in April? For me, It's definitely A Time of Dread by John Gwynne. I'm so excited. But yes, I hope you all have a lovely day. If you enjoyed this video and want to become a firm member of the Library of a Silver Saint, then please do give this video a like if you fancy it, if you feel like it. And please do subscribe as well. It'd be lovely to have you here. Lovely for you to join me in the Library of a Silver Saint. I just love having a good old ramble about books. It's just so much fun. But I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.